Children, we're late for Sunday school. It's Father's Day. Come on.
Coming, Daddy.
Oh, good. Hi, Rhiannon.
Hi.
Hi, Eleanor. How are you?
Good.
Good.
From the top of my head to the tips of my toes, from my lobes of my ears to the end of my nose, from my back to my front to my wiggly fingers, God loves me.
So next we're going to have a reading. The reading today is from Matthew 10, verses 24 to 39. Jesus tells his disciples that being a disciple may involve suffering, but no matter how small, they are valued by God. So we're going to have a bit of a story and try and explain about that. So we've got some actions that the children and I are going to do as well. So Jesus said, "Don't be afraid. It might be hard following me, but God cares for each one of you. God cares for every little sparrow, but you are more special to God than a whole flock of sparrows. You are so special that God knows how many hairs are on your head. Even when things are hard and tough, don't be afraid." Okay, we've got a little activity now. So if the children can all choose a partner, are you going to choose each other?
Yeah.
Perfect. So earlier on, we heard that God knows exactly how many hairs are on our heads. So Rhiannon, why don't you try and count how many hairs are on Eleanor's head?
I'll try.
Don't miss any.
Okay.
How many have you got?
I haven't counted any of them yet because it's hard to separate them. Oh,
See,
there's
that's-
so many.
See, there's so many hairs, it's almost impossible to count how many hairs are on your head.
I think there's about 2,000.
Do you?
Yeah.
Maybe. But it's amazing that God knows exactly how many hairs are on your head. And we would never be able to find that out without God's help, would we?
No.
Another thing that the reading tells us that it's tough to tell our friends about Jesus, but we won't know unless we try. So on the website, we can download the colouring sheets, which I'm going to give to the children just to have a bit of a colour. You've got some pens. Here we are, Eleanor.
Thank you.
So we're just going to maybe ask a few questions whilst you're doing some colouring, okay? So when you think about someone you'd like to tell about Jesus, how do you think you could ask them to come to church with you?
Like, come to church with me.
Yeah, that would work. And if they say no, what would you do?
I would tell God.
Yeah, well, that's good because you could pray for them, couldn't you?
Yeah.
That one day they might find Jesus and God. So this week, when you're brushing your hair or washing your teeth, remind yourself that God knows how many hairs are on your head. So even when things are tough, be thankful that he cares about you and is with you. So a couple of questions, or just a quick question really. Why do people find it difficult to tell others that they go to church and believe in God? Rhiannon?
I think it's because they might think that they're strange because they believe in something different to what they believe in.
Yeah, that's a very good answer. Helena, do you have any ideas?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Well, what about that? It's some people might find it hard to believe in something that they can't actually see, but that's why we have to have faith, don't we?
Yeah.
So, how's the colouring?
I'm doing quite
Who are
good.
you colouring? Are you colouring the churchgoers?
Yes, and I coloured this person here first because I noticed that she was wearing a t-shirt with a cross on it
And what do you think they're saying to the other group of people?
to come and join them to worship God.
And what sort of things do we do in church that other people would be interested in coming to church to see?
Well, we do Sunday school together, which is a small group for all the children to do.
Yeah, like this, like we're doing now.
Yeah.
And we have social events, don't we, that they could come and see the church, and open mornings and coffee
Yeah.
mornings. So there's lots of interesting things that people can come and see at church, isn't there?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so we've got another activity sheet which you can download on the website, the Roots Children's sheet. Earlier we heard about how there would be tough times, but Jesus would always be with us. So on here is there's a maze and a crossword. So I think Rhiannon's going to carry on with the crossword and Ellen's going to have a go at the maze. And I'm just going to tell a quick story about Father's Day and how it all came about. So William Jackson Smart was an American Civil War veteran who lived on a rural farm in eastern Washington. He was widowed when his wife died, giving birth to their 6th child. One of the daughters grew up to become Mrs. Sonara Dodd, and while listening to a Mother's Day sermon in 1909 at her church, she realised all the sacrifices that her father had made for her and her brothers and sisters. She approached her minister and some friends about having a church service dedicated to fathers on the 5th of June, the anniversary of her father's death. That date was too soon for her minister to prepare the service, so they spoke a few weeks later on the 19th of June, and from that first service in Spokane, the state of Washington has celebrated the 3rd Sunday in June as Father's Day. It was adopted as an official national holiday in the USA in 1972. Since then it has spread across the world as a specific day on which fathers should be honoured by their children. In the Roman Catholic tradition, fatherhood is celebrated on the 19th of March, the feast of St. Joseph, and some countries celebrate fathers on different days, but the 3rd Sunday in June is the most widely recognised. So it's just a brief insight into Father's Day and how it came about. So, Eleanor, how are you doing with your maze? Did you manage to find Jesus in the middle?
I found these 2 and the book.
And the book. So, well done. Do you want to show everybody your maze?
And then I draw the angel.
And then, Rhiannon, do you reckon you're able to give me some answers to a couple of the clues?
Well, I managed to get at least 5.
Okay, well, let's have a look. So, 3 across. What the sky is full of at night.
Well, the gap it's supposed to go in is 8 squares long. And I tried doing stars, but that didn't work. And then I also tried doing constellations, but I didn't do that, so I didn't find the right word.
Wow. Would darkness fit in there?
Let's see. Yes.
Well, maybe it's darkness.
It probably is.
And then 8 across, we'll skip to 8 across.
Okay.
A dove is a sign of this. Rhiannon.
Yeah, I got peace.
Yeah, perfect. That's great. And then, Eleanor, a couple for you. 4 down. If someone can't hear you, you might have to...
Shout.
Yeah, you like shouting.
Yeah.
She does do that a lot.
And 6 down, the opposite of speaking loudly, what you need to do.
Whisper.
Whisper? Yeah, you don't do much whispering, do you?
No.
No. So, the activity sheets are good, aren't they, this week? And we've learned a bit about Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Rhiannon, what does Father's Day mean to you?
Well, I think Father's Day is a time to celebrate not only fathers, but grandfathers and other people's fathers.
Lovely. And Eleanor, what does it mean for you?
It means it kind of means love.
Love. For who?
For your fathers.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? So we've got a special version of Oh 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 to sing. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Oh oh oh, how good is the Lord. Oh oh oh, how good is the Lord. Oh oh oh, how good is the Lord. We never will forget what He has done for us. He gives us St. Paul's, how good is the Lord. He gives us St. Paul's, how good is the Lord. He gives us St. Paul's, how good is the Lord. We never will forget what He has done for us. He gives us the NHS, how good is the Lord. He gives us the NHS, how good is the Lord. He gives us the NHS, how good is the Lord. We never will forget what He has done for us. He gives us our teachers, how good is the Lord. He gives us our teachers, how good is the Lord. He gives us our teachers, how good is the Lord. We never will forget what He has done for us. He gives us our daddies, how good is the Lord. He gives us our daddies, how good is the Lord. He gives us our daddies. How good is the Lord? We never will forget what He has done for us. Oh, 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 how good is the Lord? Oh, 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 how good is the Lord? Oh, 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 how good is the Lord? We never will forget what He has done for us. So we're going to close Sunday school today with a prayer for Father's Day read by Amelie.
Bless our fathers, God the Father of all. Bless our fathers, God the Father of all. And bless all those who have fathered us in the Spirit. We bless you for their gifts to us. Gifts of nurture and strength, of understanding and dependability, of the energy and the decisiveness, of gentleness and wisdom, of the peace and courage. We bless you all. We bless you for all that is good in the influence of our lives. We ask you to cherish and sustain them as they have cherished and sustained us. Give them happiness in their relationship with us. Give them recognition for what they do, and may we do for others the good things they have done for us.